The dangerous trap is believing your love, support, or effort will eventually fill whatever void drives their draining behavior. It won't. These patterns are who they are, not temporary states. The drain is endless because the need is bottomless. You'll exhaust yourself trying to pour into a vessel that has no bottom, sacrificing your own well-being for someone who will never be satisfied, never reciprocate, and never appreciate your efforts enough to stop draining you. Understanding these types isn't about avoiding all women with problems or needs. It's about recognizing patterns that indicate someone will consistently take more than they give, demand more than they offer, and leave you depleted rather than fulfilled. Before we start, please hit the hype button, subscribe, and drop a comment if you've dated someone who left you feeling constantly drained, and drop your city or country below. Type 1. The perpetual victim who's never responsible. Everything bad that happens to her is someone else's fault. She's been wronged by everyone, past partners, employers, friends, family. She has endless stories of betrayal, mistreatment, and injustice. She never takes accountability for her role in conflicts or problems. Everyone else is the villain. She's always the innocent victim. This mentality creates a relationship where you're constantly managing her crises, validating her victimhood, and never able to hold her accountable for her actual behavior. Why she drains you. Supporting someone who refuses all accountability is emotionally exhausting. Every conflict becomes about comforting her hurt feelings rather than addressing actual problems. You can't have productive conversations because she interprets any criticism as attack or betrayal. You end up walking on eggshells, constantly managing her emotions, and taking responsibility for things you didn't do just to keep peace. The emotional labor is endless and one-sided. The psychology. This reflects an external locus of control combined with narcissistic victim mentality. She genuinely believes everything happens to her rather than being influenced by her choices. This worldview prevents growth, accountability, or behavior change. She can't improve because in her mind, she's not the problem. Everyone else is. You're dating someone psychologically incapable of self-reflection or taking responsibility. Warning signs. Listen to how she talks about past relationships and conflicts. If she's always blameless and everyone else is terrible, that's not bad luck. That's a pattern. If she can't identify any mistakes she made or growth from past relationships, she hasn't learned anything because she doesn't believe she did anything wrong. This means she'll repeat the same patterns with you, and when problems arise, you'll be the next villain in her victim narrative. Type 2. The drama queen who creates crisis. Constantly. Her life is a constant soap opera. There's always a crisis, emergency, or dramatic situation requiring immediate attention. The drama might be legitimate occasionally, but the volume and frequency reveal a pattern. She creates or attracts chaos constantly. She thrives on emotional intensity and conflict. When life is calm, she'll manufacture drama to recreate the intensity she craves. Being with her means living in perpetual crisis mode. Why she drains you. Constant crisis is exhausting. You can never relax because the next emergency is always imminent. Your emotional energy gets consumed managing her chaos rather than building your own life. The drama demands constant attention and emotional labor. You're always in reactive mode, putting out fires, managing her emotions, solving manufactured problems. There's no peace, no stability, no room for your own needs because her drama monopolizes all available energy. The psychology. Drama addiction often stems from using emotional intensity to feel alive or get attention. Some personalities are addicted to the neurochemical rush of conflict and crisis. Calm feels boring or empty, so they unconsciously create drama to generate the emotional intensity they're addicted to. Others learn that crisis gets attention and care, so they perpetually create crisis to ensure attention supply. Either way, the drama is functional for her, even as it's destructive to everyone around her. Warning signs. Observe the frequency of crisis in her life. Does she have constant friend drama, work emergencies, family conflicts, or personal catastrophes? Is there always something major happening that requires immediate attention? Does she seem energized by conflict and crisis while claiming to hate it? Does calm feel temporary, like you're just waiting for the next explosion? These patterns reveal drama isn't happening to her. She's creating it because it serves psychological needs that won't disappear. Type 3. The emotional vampire with bottomless needs. She requires constant emotional support, reassurance, and validation. Her insecurity is bottomless. No matter how much you reassure her, it's never enough. She needs constant affirmation of her attractiveness, your feelings, the relationship status. She's emotionally needy to the point where supporting her becomes your full-time job. Your emotional energy gets completely consumed, maintaining her fragile sense of security and self-worth. Why she drains you. Emotional vampires suck you dry. They take and take without reciprocating. Your needs become secondary because her needs are always more urgent, more important, more demanding. You exist to provide emotional support, but when you need support, she's unavailable or makes it about her. The relationship becomes one-way emotional labor, where you're constantly pouring into her bottomless well of need while running on empty yourself. The psychology. This reflects anxious attachment combined with deep insecurity and externalized self-worth. She can't self-soothe or regulate her own emotions. She uses you as her emotional regulation system, requiring constant input to feel okay. But because the insecurity is internal, no external validation truly satisfies it. You could praise her constantly, and she'd still need more because the void is within her, not something you can actually fill from outside. Warning signs. Notice if she requires constant reassurance about the same things. Does she frequently need you to confirm you love her, find her attractive, won't leave her? Does she get upset if you don't text back immediately or don't provide enough attention? Does she make everything about her emotional needs, even when you're dealing with your own problems? Does she drain you emotionally, but give little support back? These patterns reveal someone who will consume your emotional energy indefinitely without reciprocating. Type 4. The financial leech who always needs money. She consistently has financial problems that become your problems. She needs money for rent, bills, emergencies, or just regular expenses. She's always broke despite having income. She makes poor financial decisions, then expects you to bail her out. She uses financial dependency to maintain connection and control. Whether through direct requests or manipulative situations, your money constantly flows toward her needs, while she contributes little or nothing financially. Why she drains you. Financial drain is tangible and measurable. Unlike emotional drainage, you can calculate exactly what she's costing you. But it's not just the money. It's the expectation that funding her is your responsibility, the manipulation when you hesitate, the way she frames your financial support as proof of love. You end up in a relationship where you're a provider, not a partner, and her financial irresponsibility becomes your burden indefinitely. The psychology. Chronic financial leeching reflects either genuine irresponsibility with money or strategic manipulation using financial need for control and benefit. Some women genuinely can't manage money and look for partners to handle finances for them. Others deliberately create financial dependency because it gives them access to resources while maintaining power through your fear of their financial collapse affecting you. Either way, the pattern reveals someone who won't manage their finances responsibly because you're there to catch them. Warning signs. Track the pattern of financial requests and contributions. Does money flow one direction, toward her? Does she make poor financial decisions, then expect you to cover consequences? Does she earn money, but it mysteriously disappears, requiring your help? Does she resist working, saving, or taking financial responsibility while expecting you to fund her lifestyle? Does she emotionally manipulate you when you set financial boundaries? These patterns reveal someone who views you as financial resource, not equal partner. Type 5. The controller who demands your entire life. She requires constant access to you. She wants to know where you are, who you're with, what you're doing at all times. She gets upset when you spend time with friends or family. She monopolizes your free time. She makes plans without consulting you, then gets angry if you have other commitments. She wants access to your phone, accounts, and private spaces. She views your independence as threat and systematically works to eliminate it. Why she drains you. Controlling relationships drain you by eliminating autonomy. Your time and energy aren't yours to manage, they're hers to direct. You lose friends, hobbies, and personal space because maintaining them causes relationship conflict. You're constantly reporting your location and activities, justifying normal behaviors, and sacrificing independence to avoid her jealousy or anger. The psychological exhaustion of having no freedom while pretending you're in a healthy relationship is massive. The psychology, controlling behavior stems from insecurity, need for power, or both. She's either so insecure she needs total control to feel safe, or she enjoys dominance and control for their own sake. Either way, your independence threatens her sense of security or power, so she systematically eliminates it. This isn't love, it's possession. She doesn't want a partner, she wants someone she can control completely, which requires breaking down your autonomy and independence until you're dependent on her approval for everything. Warning signs. Notice if she reacts negatively to your independence. Does spending time with friends cause arguments? Does having hobbies she's not involved in make her angry? Does she track your location, demand passwords, or get upset about privacy boundaries? Does she make you feel guilty for having a life outside the relationship? Does she isolate you from support systems? These aren't signs she loves you. They're signs she's controlling you, and control relationships drain everything.